Are you constantly racing against the clock, juggling endless tasks, yet feeling like you're barely treading water? Does the modern mantra of more leave you feeling exhausted and unfulfilled, wondering if there's a more intelligent way to navigate life? This relentless pursuit can often lead us further from what truly matters. You yearn for a sense of accomplishment, not just activity. You seek a path to genuine effectiveness, a way to achieve meaningful goals without sacrificing your peace of mind. What if the key wasn't to do more, but to become more by, paradoxically, doing less? Today, we delve into an ancient secret, a profound wisdom that challenges our modern obsession with relentless action. We turn to the timeless teachings of Lao Tzu, a sage who understood the subtle yet immense power of stillness, focus, and strategic inaction. Lao Tzu, the legendary philosopher of ancient China and founder of Taoism, observed the effortless way of nature. He saw that the greatest power doesn't always come from forceful exertion, but from aligning with the inherent flow of life, a principle he called wu-wei. Wu-wei is often translated as non-doing or effortless action. This doesn't mean idleness or passivity. Instead, it points to a state of profound harmony where our actions are so aligned with the natural order that they feel effortless, yet yield powerful results. Imagine a master archer. She doesn't just pull the string with brute force. She aligns her breath, her focus, her entire being with the target. The arrow flies true, not because of more effort, but because of perfectly attuned, minimal effort. This is the essence. Our modern world often glorifies busyness as a badge of honor. We fill our days, our minds, our lives with tasks, believing that constant motion equals progress. But Lao Tzu invites us to question this assumption. Is all this doing truly leading to achieving? The secret power isn't about discovering a new technique to cram more into your day. It's about a fundamental shift in perspective, moving from a mindset of force and frantic activity to one of clarity, intention, and strategic calm. Consider water. Lao Tzu often used it as a metaphor. Water is soft and yielding, yet it can wear away the hardest stone. It doesn't fight, it flows. It adapts. It finds the path of least resistance, yet its power is immense and undeniable. When we try to force outcomes, to control every detail, we often create resistance, both internally and externally. Like swimming against a strong current, we expend enormous energy for little forward movement, leading to frustration and burnout. Doing less, in Lao Tzu's context, means identifying and eliminating the non-essential. It's about pruning the branches that don't bear fruit, so the tree can channel its energy into producing the most vibrant, healthy harvest. What can you prune from your life? This requires discernment. It demands that we pause, reflect, and honestly assess what truly matters, what truly contributes to our deeper goals and well-being, rather than just filling time or meeting external expectations. The power of no becomes crucial. Saying no to distractions, to obligations that drain your energy without adding value, is an act of self-preservation and strategic focus. Each no creates space for a more powerful yes. Achieving more, then, is not about a greater quantity of tasks completed, but a greater quality of impact. It's about deeper connections, more meaningful work, a more profound sense of peace, and sustainable success that doesn't come at the cost of your soul. Lao Tzu advises, to attain knowledge, add things every day. To attain wisdom, subtract things every day. The path to true effectiveness is often one of simplification, of clearing away the clutter to reveal the essential. Consider the silence between musical notes. It's this emptiness, this non-sound, that gives rhythm and meaning to the music. Similarly, strategic pauses and moments of non-doing in our lives can create the space for true productivity and insight. When you feel overwhelmed, the instinct is to rush, to multitask, to try and do everything at once. But this often fragments your attention and diminishes the quality of your work. Instead, Lao Tzu's wisdom suggests focusing on one thing with your full presence. Multitasking is a myth of efficiency. True mastery and deep work arise from singular focus. By doing less, i.e., one thing at a time, you actually achieve more in terms of quality, understanding, and eventual speed. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished, Lao Tzu observed. Think of a seed. It doesn't frantically strive to become a tree. It simply follows its inherent nature, drawing nourishment and growing at its own pace. This highlights the importance of patience. Sometimes, the most powerful action is to wait, to allow conditions to ripen, to let solutions emerge naturally rather than forcing them prematurely. This non-action is a form of strategic doing. Overthinking and excessive planning can paralyze us. We get caught in endless loops of what-ifs and potential problems. Lao Tzu encourages trusting our intuition and the natural unfolding of events once we have set a clear, simple intention. The desire to control everything stems from fear, but life is inherently uncertain. Embracing wu-wei means letting go of the need for absolute control and instead cultivating adaptability and resilience in the face of change. Think of a gardener. They don't force the plants to grow. They create the right conditions, good soil, water, sunlight. Then they allow nature to do its work. Our role is often to cultivate the conditions for success, then step back. Doing less also means less internal struggle, less self-criticism, less resisting what is. When we accept the present moment and work with it, rather than against it, tremendous energy is liberated. This internal alignment is key. When your thoughts, feelings, and actions are in harmony, you move with a sense of grace and power. This is the inner state from which effortless action truly springs. So how do we begin to apply this ancient wisdom in our hypermodern lives? The first step is to pause. Create small pockets of stillness in your day. Before reacting, before jumping into the next task, simply breathe and observe. In these moments of pause, ask yourself, what is truly essential right now? What action, if taken with full presence, will yield the greatest positive impact? Often, the answer is simpler than we think. Notice the urge to constantly do. This urge is often driven by anxiety or habit, not necessity. Acknowledge it, but don't always act on it. Practice conscious inaction. See what unfolds when you resist the impulse to fill every moment. Lao Tzu said, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." Focus on that one essential step and take it well. Don't be overwhelmed by the entirety of the journey. The power is in the present, focused action. When you work, truly work. When you rest, truly rest. Avoid the in-between state of half work, half distraction, which is a hallmark of doing too much ineffectively. This conscious separation enhances both productivity and rejuvenation. The power of doing less is not about neglecting responsibilities. It's about performing them with a clarity and efficiency born from a calm, centered mind. It is about choosing your battles, your tasks, wisely. Think about the empty space in a beautiful room. It's the emptiness that allows the furniture, the art, to be appreciated. Similarly, creating empty space in your schedule allows for creativity, reflection, and spontaneous insight. Lao Tzu emphasized the virtue of humility. The sage stays behind, thus he is ahead. By not constantly seeking the spotlight or forcing our agenda, we can often achieve more through subtle influence and genuine connection. This approach cultivates a deep trust in yourself, trust in the process, trust in the unfolding of life. When you let go of the desperate need to control, you open yourself to possibilities you couldn't have orchestrated. Doing less can mean less talking and more listening. In conversations, in meetings, truly hearing others can lead to far greater understanding and more effective collaboration than simply imposing your own views. Consider the artist who knows when a painting is finished. Adding more strokes, more doing, would diminish its power. The wisdom lies in knowing when to stop, when enough is truly enough. This is a powerful form of doing less. This principle applies to our goals. Sometimes, our relentless pursuit makes the goal recede. By easing our grip, by focusing on the process with joy and presence, the outcome often arrives more naturally. What if the more you seek to achieve is not external accumulation, but internal expansion? More peace, more wisdom, more connection. These are often cultivated in stillness, in the less of outward activity. Lao Tzu's wisdom is an antidote to the pervasive anxiety of our times. It reminds us that our worth is not measured by our busyness. True value lies in the quality of our presence and the intentionality of our actions. Practice letting go of perfectionism. The desire for everything to be perfect can lead to endless tinkering and delay. Good enough, done with intention, is often far more effective than perfect, but never completed. This is a form of strategic less. Notice the energy of forcing versus flowing. Forcing feels tense, resistant, exhausting. Flowing feels smooth, aligned, energizing, even amidst challenge. Aim to cultivate the conditions for flow in your daily tasks. The softest things in the world overcome the hardest things in the world. Lao Tzu taught that gentleness and yielding are not weaknesses, but profound strengths. How can you bring more gentleness to your efforts? To achieve more by doing less, we must become masters of our attention. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. Direct it consciously towards what truly matters and withdraw it from the trivial and draining. This isn't a one-time fix, but a lifelong practice. Some days you will align effortlessly, others you will struggle. The key is gentle persistence, returning to these principles of stillness, focus, and intentional action. Consider your physical space. Clutter in our environment often reflects clutter in our minds. Simplifying your surroundings can be a powerful external act that supports internal clarity and focus, making doing less easier. Lao Tzu also spoke of the uncarved block, the state of natural simplicity and potential. By doing less to shape and force ourselves into rigid forms, we retain our adaptability and access our innate creativity. When faced with a complex problem, resist the urge to immediately attack it with frantic action. Instead, step back, observe, allow the solution to emerge from a place of calm understanding. Often, the most elegant solution is the simplest. Silence is a source of great strength. In a world saturated with noise, actively seeking moments of silence can be profoundly restorative and clarifying. It's in these silences that we hear our own inner wisdom. The paradox is that by releasing the desperate need to achieve, by focusing on being present and acting with integrity in each moment, we often achieve far more than we ever could through sheer force of will. Challenge the belief that your value is tied to your productivity. You are inherently valuable. Doing less can help you reconnect with this truth, freeing you from the hamster wheel of proving your worth through constant activity. Embrace rest not as a luxury, but as a necessity for peak performance and well-being. True rest rejuvenates the mind, body, and spirit, allowing you to return to your tasks with renewed focus and creativity. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. This quote, often attributed to Lao Tzu, speaks to the transformative power of releasing rigid self-concepts and expectations. Less attachment, more potential. This wisdom is not about avoiding hard work when it's necessary. It's about ensuring that the work you do undertake is purposeful, aligned, and pursued with a calm intensity rather than frantic desperation. Consider the rhythm of nature, activity and rest, growth and dormancy. Our lives also need this rhythm. Doing less honors the need for cycles, for periods of quiet integration that support bursts of focused action. What if the more we could achieve is more joy in the process? By slowing down, by being present, by doing less but with more intention, even mundane tasks can become opportunities for mindfulness and quiet satisfaction. The secret power, then, is the power of being more present, more aware, more intentional. From this state of heightened being, our doing naturally becomes more effective, more impactful, and deeply more fulfilling. Think of it as conscious energy management. Instead of scattering your precious energy across countless trivialities, you channel it like a focused laser beam towards what truly nourishes your soul and serves your highest purpose. Simplicity, patience, compassion. These three are your greatest treasures, taught Lao Tzu. Notice how doing less aligns with simplicity, how patience is inherent in wu-wei, how compassion for self and others softens the drive to force. Start small. Choose one area of your life where you feel overwhelmed by doing too much. Can you identify one thing to subtract, one way to simplify, one task to approach with more singular focus? This isn't about sudden, drastic overhaul, but gentle, consistent recalibration. Each small act of doing less, with intention, reinforces this new way of being, gradually transforming your experience of work and life. Trust that by clearing space, by doing less of what drains you, you naturally create room for what energizes and inspires you. The more you achieve will be qualitatively different, more aligned, more joyful. Muddy water let stand becomes clear. Lao Tzu reminds us that sometimes clarity comes not from more agitation or analysis, but from allowing things to settle. This stillness is a powerful form of non-doing. The real achievement is not just a longer to-do list checked off, but a life lived with deeper presence, purpose, and peace. This is the profound more that Lao Tzu's wisdom on doing less ultimately offers. Let go of the illusion that you must carry the weight of the world. Your greatest contribution comes from being your most authentic, centered self, acting from that place of clarity and aligned power. The secret is not hidden in some complex formula, but in plain sight, in the natural rhythms of life, in the wisdom of stillness, and in the courage to choose quality of action over sheer quantity. As you move through your days, carry this question: how can I achieve my aim with the least amount of force and the greatest amount of ease and alignment? Let this guide your choices and actions. The journey to mastering the art of doing less to achieve more is a personal one. It requires self-awareness, patience, and a willingness to experiment with what feels right and true for you. Remember the power of wu-wei, effortless action. It's about aligning with the Tao, the natural way of the universe, where great things are accomplished with a profound sense of ease and flow. So take a breath, release the pressure to constantly perform, embrace the strategic pause, choose your actions with wisdom. You may find that in doing less, you not only achieve more, but you also become more. The secret power of doing less to achieve more is within your reach. It is the quiet strength of focused intention, the peace of aligned action, and the profound wisdom of Lao Tzu, echoing through the ages for you.